Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another episode of Science Survival. It is episode 75, and that means that we have hit another monumental milestone in the series, and that is 75 episodes. Hope you guys are still enjoying the series and liking the episodes and all that good stuff. I decided to start the episode off over here at the Earth Temple because this place never gets any screen time. No one really cares about it, I barely care about it, and it needs just a little bit of loving. Anyway, today we're going to be working on WoW. This area got completely destroyed by Enderman. That is quite a bit of missing blocks, actually. Endermen suck. Anyway, like I was saying, today we're going to be working over at the Cyan Sea and also working on the base a little bit, building up another farm and upgrading our storage system. So, good projects on the horizon. We're going to head over to the Cyan Sea first and do a little bit of work over there. Some super grindy stuff that's mostly just going to happen off camera. Anyway, if you guys are subscribed to the channel, then a couple of days ago, you may have seen kind of an announcement video go up, so I'll kind of just summarize that right now for you guys in case you didn't watch it. I will be leaving YouTube and stuff for about 3 weeks. I'm going on a road trip with my mom, cross-country from the west coast to the east coast. Super far drive, like 4-day drive. Anyway, I'm going to be gone for about 3 or so weeks, so there's going to be a temporary new upload schedule of Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday, so that's 3 videos a week. And if everything goes to plan, we will be leaving from the 18th to June 5th, which is, you know, quite a while. Anyway, again, if everything goes to plan, this is going to be the last video that goes up while I'm actually still, like, here. I'll still be uploading videos and stuff, but yeah, that's kind of just the news. The next couple videos, the next like 9 videos or so are going to be pre-recorded. So, yeah, just, you know, leave extra likes, extra shares, extra subscribing, extra everything. Anyway, that is pretty much all I'm going to say about that. You can go watch that video if you feel so inclined because I cover a lot more details over there. Anyway, so back at the Cyan Sea, this place has had a ton of work on it, and it's time to get a little bit more work done on it as well. So all 4 of these diamonds that we have, we need to completely drain of water, and that is quite the process because these are 64 by 64 diamonds. So what we've kind of started up over here is building up the water clears. These are the same ilmaNgo style water clears that we used to clear the original monument. Awesome little machines. These things work super quickly. But building up these walls, these are super grindy because you literally just like stand here and place blocks and it's super boring. It's way too grindy for a live stream, actually. I mean, we can do some serious grinding on live streams. We can slab the nether because that's got like interesting things. There's fire and death and chaos. We can like mine because mining is just chillax, and we can like just barely do anything at all, and it's a wonderful time. But standing here and placing blocks, nah, it's not too great for a live stream. So I'm gonna work on getting up hopefully another 2 sets of these walls, and then we'll build up the flying machines and clear them of water, and you guys will see the end product hopefully later on at the end of this episode. So I basically just need to stand around here for like an hour and a half and build up these same kind of style walls, and like that diamond and that diamond over there, maybe even that diamond if I have the time. Well, I managed to get in the outlines for all 4 of our diamonds and also build up another one of the walls, and it took about 2 hours. This stuff takes a surprising amount of time, but it is definitely worth it to just build up these flying machines, build up the walls, because then you don't have to build up 4 walls or like make giant squares and then sponge it out. We'll still have to sponge out a little bit, but the amount will be significantly less. So I think it is worth it. Also, I don't really like sponging things, so yeah. Dang it, can I fly? Thank you very much. We can get them up into the air, and you guys can check out all of our little layouts. That one's kind of got a flying machine in it, and then all 3 of the other ones have the layouts, and I believe this one actually does have the walls built up. You can kind of see it through the water there. Anyway, that is about all the time that I have for wasting time placing blocks. we're gonna head back to the base now and actually start some projects over there and get the base significantly more finished up. Alright, so we'll head back over to the Cyan Sea at the end of this episode and check out all the progress on the drained diamonds, and that'll be very fine. Anyway, we're going to work on a couple projects at the base real quick, one of which is going to be adding in some shulker box loading systems at either end of this system over here. We'll get to that in just a minute though. The project that we're going to get into right now is actually going to be building up a cocoa farm down here at the bottom of the base at our kind of industrial micro farming area. The thing is, I'm not entirely sure where to put the cocoa farm. We can't really put it on this backside, although that may be the most like obvious position for it because it looks pretty trashy, doesn't it? But I'm kind of saving this for crop farms and things like that, which we may be building here in the future. Crop farms may be going in over there. So where I'm thinking that the cocoa farm will go is probably somewhere down this hallway, but we can't really put it right here because item elevatorage, and we can't really put it in this wall because sugar farms, and we can't really put it over here because there's the netherwort farm. So I'm thinking we're probably gonna have to push her back a ways over here. I don't think there's anything over here. I know if we go too far, then we're gonna hit the spider and creeper farms, so we gotta watch out for that as well. There's a whole lot of things in this area, as is normally the case with underground bases, but let me do a little bit of work, find out a good location for this farm, probably just right here, and then we can get into building it. So everyone knows that cocoa farms are super simple and easy. You just basically throw down a whole bunch of, jungle wood, throw some cocos on it, and then boom, you got a cocoa farm. And that's basically what we're going to be doing here, although I had a couple different ideas for how to harvest them, because I'm pretty sure no matter how you harvest it, you always get 3 cocoa beans back, and we can test that right now, actually. I have a fortune pickaxe here, and fortune does affect the drop rate of crops, so we can mine 3 of these, and that will give us a wait. Dang it, I'm not sure how many we had. Okay, let's throw these ones on the ground. Get those over there. So we can mine 2 of these with fortune. And yeah, as you can see, we got 5, 6 from that. So that is with fortune 3. And then I think these ones over here, we can just get rid of this guy. Geez, get out of my way. Trying to do a scientific test here. Let's get rid of these 2 for a fair test. We got 4 from that. And that is because one of those was not completely grown. Anyway, so we're just going to break this block. And that should still give us 6. Yeah, so basically no matter how you break your cocoa beans, you're always going to get 3 from it. And that means that you can do some fun things with how you harvest them. Now, my original plan was to have pistons underneath each of these, stands of jungle wood, and then another piston in the ceiling. So you push it up, all the cocos pop off. You push it down, they all pop off the next time you harvest it. But I have a simpler and less laggy idea. That is going to be using a water stream. So we'll put a dispenser in the ceiling directly above here with a water bucket in it. We press a button, all the water comes down, all the cocoa beans pop off, and then they all just go into these hoppers right here. And that means that we can also plant 1 extra block down there. We don't need any extra item collection systems or anything super fancy like that. And I think that will be pretty half decent. I don't see any problems with that. We're just gonna have to see how it goes. So let me get a little bit more of this farm complete. I mean, there really isn't too much to do. It's mostly just gonna be running a redstone line in the ceiling, which is not a problem. That's like barely anything. I already got the hopper line in place. So yeah, just let me get it done. So I believe the technical aspect of this farm is now complete. And I just gotta say, this looks kind of weird. Like all these beans on the wall, it just looks kind of weird. I've never actually built a cocoa farm before, and that is why before we started planting all these, I had like literally 9 to my name in this entire world. That has been going for over a year. I had 9 cocoa beans. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this will work, I think. So what should happen when we press the button is all the water should be dispensed. It should come down in one wide, sections. and then it should break off all these cocoa beans. Hopefully the cocoa beans don't fly out all over the place. That is my one concern, but if they do, it's not too big of a deal. But we have hoppers down here to collect all the cocoa beans, and hopefully it works just fine. I don't think there will be any problems. Test it out for the first time on camera, and the cocoa beans totally just kind of fly everywhere. I'm not sure why that is. I guess it's because the water being right above the cocos breaks them, but then the water doesn't fill that space yet. Or at least that's kind of what it looked like. It looked like the water being directly above it broke it, and then they kind of flew everywhere, so not sure what is entirely up with that, but we got a fair amount from that. That was over a stack, so not too terrible. It is a half decent farm. I guess what we could do if we wanted to be truly efficient is we could put more hoppers in like these locations, but that would be a lot of hoppers. I'm not worried about it. We can run around and I guess pick up the last few cocos, and that'll just be the ones that we plant. There we go. The ones that fall on the ground will just be the ones that we use to plant. Perfect little excuse. So as per usual, I'm getting carried away on the decoration side of things. Kind of just finishing up this hallway right here. Not too much has been done, but just a little bit. It's looking, you know, half decent. Not super happy about the floors having the lighting in them, but I can't really do too much with the walls, seeing as how right behind this is the wall for that. So yeah, just a little bit limited there. The ceiling I'm deciding to keep just kind of simple, like how we have this center strip right here, and I made a little bit of a viewing window for the item elevator that goes up to the storage system above us, and I believe over here somewhere. Did I block it off already? Oh yeah, it's right here, I believe. Yeah, there's a way to actually teleport up, and I love this little cheeky system. It's amazing. You just come out right here. So this is actually the item elevator from the lower floors, and there's some glass right there, which is not pink. Well, that's annoying. Anyway, not worried about it. Put that back up. So we gotta decorate this world, or this room as well. Not sure how I'm going to decorate it exactly, but I know that it's going to be the same basic palette as the rest of this place, because that's kind of the entire idea behind this floor is, you know, just making a modern style build. Now, it's not necessarily going to, like, you know, pair up very well with this, but whatever, I don't really care. Breaking trends, everyone always does like super green, lush decorations for these. I'm like, nope, we're going stone, we're going blue. Anyway, let me get this stuff decorated and we can move on to the next project of today's episode. So just kind of wrapping up the end of this floor, putting away the last little bit of resources, and the room is now completely done. It's not the best thing ever, however, it does follow the kind of theme that we got going on with the stone, the terracotta, the sea lanterns, and also the cyan concrete. So it's an okay build. Actually, something I just thought about is we could probably move this up a block. Then that wouldn't look so weird. That is one thing about this wall that I wasn't really liking. So I'll move that up a block. Otherwise, the floor is pretty basic as well. Just a little bit of terracotta in the corners. And then I kind of just ignored this thing over here. Don't worry about that. The ceiling is pretty basic as well. Just a nice basic clean room. And I guess what we can do is the first ever full harvest of this thing. I did the maths and we should get about 5.5-ish stacks of cocoa beans from this. So we can press the button. Everything is going to break. There's going to be items absolutely everywhere. And that is lovely, because then we can just walk around, pick up those items, and then use them to plant. So, pretty basic little system. Not really anything too complex going on here, just a really basic little cocoa farm, which is exactly what I wanted. I'm going to fix this this little part of the wall right here, and then we can move on to fixing up the storage system as well. Alright, so moving on to the storage system, as I said earlier, I want to get 3 one-wide tileable shulker box loading systems down here on either end, and this should be fairly simple, although I do not know of a design for a one-wide tileable system. As you can see, we got plenty of room back here for both an item filter and also a system, so it shouldn't be too complex, although I might need to go design something, and my god, that could take me literally all day. So I guess I'll head over to creative real quick, head over to YouTube as well, and see if I can find something half decent. So it would appear that I found a perfectly functional system first try without any problems whatsoever, and that is a wonderful thing in Minecraft. That does not happen very often whatsoever, especially on console edition. So this is ilmaNgo's cute and tiny little shulker box loading system, and as you can see, it is blowing through these shulker boxes. These are preloaded ones, of course, so there's only about 10 to 15 items to fill into each of these, and it is looking very, very good so far. I am a fan. Nice, nice. So this is what we're going to be building up on the world. There's really just not too much to this design whatsoever, and yeah, pretty much that's it. So here I am getting carried away again, as per usual. Anyway, I got kind of the location of the actual item filter in place. What we need to do after this is build up the actual loader, and it's not going to be the best thing ever because the chest level where the shulker boxes are going to be coming out are going to be at this layer right here. So this stone block will be where our chests are, which isn't really the greatest thing ever. We'll probably make a little system to just pump them into a chest right here at this level or something. I don't really know. It's just kind of too tall of a system for us to fit it in nicely. So that's just what it is. Anyway, not much else to say besides that, so let me get it done. In other news, I think I forgot to turn off fire spreads again, so our little mine shaft down there burned down for the second time. It's always sad when that happens. I turn on fire spreads when I'm in the nether, come back over here, this thing burns down, and then I remember to turn it off. Sad. At least we didn't lose our minecart. It's barely hanging on. And this was the moment he realized that he built the entire system just 2 blocks too high. I think that deserves for a solid facepalm, so let's do it. There we go. I counted it out even. I counted it out, but apparently I'm just too stupid to get it right, so we need to lower this down so that this line right here is at the height of that. Dang it, I got the entire thing built up. The entire thing. Oh, that makes it all that much worse. Oh my god. Alright, so our shulker box loading system is now in place, and I think everything is fully complete, and I'm just loving how janky this place is. It's amazing. I think I will go ahead and place a torch right here, though. I don't think that's going to affect the quasi-connectivity, or at least it shouldn't. That's just going to help prevent some mob spawns. These actually get pushed upwards, so you can't put some there. I'll just put another torch right there, make this place look that much worse. Anyway, the last thing that we need to do right now is actually set up the filters, and we're going to be using these shulker box loading systems for actually filtering out mass quantities of blocks, so cobblestone, dirt, and also stone. So we got our subscribe fishies here as well, so we'll just put the cobblestone in that one, put the stone in that one, and then we can go ahead and put the dirt in this one right there. And that should kickstart the system. And I don't think we can actually open these boxes. I don't think that really matters. Anyway, all the items have gone in there. Once those fill up, they are going to, I guess, just sit in that hopper for a second. I went ahead and put about, I guess, 9 boxes into each of these. I didn't think I put 9 in there, but apparently I did. And of course, that is from our stash of shulker shells that we got magically. So I'm not entirely sure where to put the output for this. Like I said, I originally wanted to have individual outputs for each of the items, one for stone, one for cobble, one for dirt, but that's not really going to happen because our output is all the way down here. So I'm thinking maybe just a double chest, just kind of poking out right here or something. So we can go ahead and call the shulker box loading system completely done. Now we have a little output chest right here for the filled shulker boxes, of course, and literally nothing special in the back end. I made it look a lot worse by revealing all the diorite or bird poop, and then also all the aged bird poop, or I guess it's kind of glazed bird poop. Anyway, just a very, very basic item elevator right here. Droppers on top of all of the hoppers. Like I said, literally nothing special, but this is pretty much going to be the final upgrade to the Goliathan 2.0, our massive storage system, because we can't really do another, we can't do another Shulker Box loading system on this side, and it's not because of a technical limitation, it's actually because it just wouldn't make sense. So the items that I wanted to filter on this side would be, gunpowder and string and bones, but the path that the items come from is from that item elevator over there, and also from this side of the system. Then they go around all of these filters right here for all these crops. They go around the corner where they filter out some extra items and burn them. And then they go around all of this hoppers and all of these filters over here for mob drops. And then they go to the output chest over yonder that way. So yeah, to put a Shulker Box loading system right here would make sure that we never get string or anything into these chests, which wouldn't really make any sense. So yeah. Besides, I kind of like that wall, so I don't really want to touch it. It just wouldn't really make sense, which is unfortunate. But our main source of string, bones, and gunpowder is actually going to be at the Cyan Sea once we build up the Flushing mob farms, and that area has a what should we call it? Shulker Box loading machine. So we don't need to worry about that anyway. We'll be getting Shulker Boxes full of those drops. One final thing that I did do to this system was add in a area to basically dump off all of our witch farm Shulker Boxes. So all of these were full of witch drops, which is, 10 double chests of stuff. So what you can do is just flick the lever, break all of these boxes, and then you can just collect them, and there's not really a problem with it. Just a very janky little system to slowly pour in items to the entire system. And I think from right here, you should be able to take them out. Yeah, just from right here. Nothing too big whatsoever. Just a nice little system that I thought I would show off. So that is pretty much going to be it for the main projects. We're going to head over to the Cyan Sea now and see the progress that we have done over there. And here we are back at the Cyan Sea. So we managed to actually empty out 2 of the diamonds, the north one and I believe the west one as well. So it's looking pretty good. There's still a lot more work to be done on these diamonds before they are, completely emptied, because we got to build up, I guess, some sort of wall on the sides, which is going to be super glass intensive, or we might figure out some way to do water walls, but doing water walls on pure diagonals, I'm not sure if that's really going to work out. I feel like that would just end up reflooding everything. So, although the view from down here is absolutely amazing of the Cyan Sea. So doing water walls is a wonderful reason. Like, that is superb. That is probably my favorite view of the Cyan Sea. It looks super nice. You can see the Guardian Farm. You can kind of see underneath the Guardian Farm as well, which kind of looks janky, but whatever, we'll ignore that. You can see the octagon up top, and then the spiral arms, the other diamonds as well. It is a beautiful, beautiful view. Really happy about that. So that's kind of the main reason why I want to do water walls in this area. But also, water walls are just like super cheap. You don't have to like place any blocks or anything. So we also got this diamond over here completely drained out. I don't think I tore down the flying machines yet. Yeah, I didn't tear these down yet. So that is pretty much it. It takes about an hour and a half to build up all the flying machines and to drain this much water, which honestly is not too bad. You could instead spend that hour and a half, or probably much, much, much longer, making 5x5 squares of sand and then draining out the water on the inside with sponges. So yeah, I really don't want to use the sponges. We'll have to use a little bit of sponges on these things, but not too much. So slowly but surely we will get these diamonds drained over time. I gotta build up the walls for this one and also this one over here. It'll just slowly happen. We might work on this a little bit more in future episodes, but as for right now, there's just a lot of grinding, and it would pretty much just be like off-camera work if it wasn't an episode, like how it was earlier in this episode. So yeah. Anyway, perfect timing for a sunset. This place is absolutely magnificent at the sunsets. And that is going to do it for this episode of Silent Survival, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. I really do hope that you did enjoy. Be sure to leave a like on the video. Maybe subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. And I'll see you down in the comment section. And in the next video, my elytra just broke. That was an epic ending. Thanks for watching. And then there was silence.